Hi, I'm Caitlin and this is Tony. Welcome back to our painting video. Today I'm going to be painting Black Widow.
And I'm going to be laying down some paint on Red Skull.
We have started to paint Iron Man and
Ultron. So we've actually base coated, we sprayed them black and then give them a dusting of
the
contrast paint from Games Workshop. And for those new to painting, the website Atomic Mass Games, they do have little 360 versions of the painted models.
And
so I am going to be using that as a reference just off camera, just so you know.
And mine has different places, all of the model.
So,
different background.
Tend to use a variety of paints, a lot of Games Workshop, a lot of Army Painter, and then various other bits and pieces. So I think they're the main two today, though. So right, let's crack on with this.
As you probably know, to always shake your paints before you use them, otherwise the colour will be watery.
And while this is going on, we did run a couple of demo days for Marvel over at Element Games the last couple of days. So I got to see loads and loads of games being played, which was really cool. And I have got a newfound respect for Mr. Skull, because his leadership ability when he's leading the bad guys is pretty cool. The last game that I played yesterday had Hulk in a cabal, and the fact that Hulk gets energy every time he attacks him, that ability from the Red Skull made him a bit of a monster. Or a bit more of a monster, should we say.
So right now I'm doing a base coat on Black Widow's hair yellow, because I'm going to do it when she had ginger hair.
Maybe you can see, but that is literally one coat of contrast paint on the Red Skull, so get that highlighted up later and get the eyes in, and got a really good solid base. I'm going to do something similar on the cube before we move on to his robes. And yes, I am a brush licker, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm not, because I find that it's kind of gross. So I have got yellow here. The best thing to do when you accidentally get a bit of colour or somewhere where you shouldn't, you get a brush, dampen it ever so slightly, and you dab it onto the colour where it is, you wipe it down, and you get a different brush which is dry, going to be that one, and you get the colour and you dab it off, and it comes off quite easily.
So I'm now got the cube done as much as I'm going to get done today. Contrasts really do need to dry before you move on to them, a good 24 hours. As I say, I'm really just getting the bases down here. I'm actually using a Nuln oil. There is a contrast version of this, but I do like the Nuln oil, just to get the black down on the cloak. It's quite good if you paint a model and it's a little bit brighter than you thought going in, just to darken it off. It's also really good in the recesses if you're wanting to differentiate between an area, and I'll sort of demonstrate that on Iron Man in a moment.
And you've got to make sure you give it a good shake, like I said before.
I'll also say the Citadel painting handles are absolutely phenomenal as well. These have made such a difference to me as a painter.
And they've made a difference to me as a young painter.
Caitlin here is actually an award-winning painter. She won the Youngbloods at the New Year's Open Day last year with her Great and Clean one from Games Workshop. So she was absolutely over the moon. I'm very proud dad for me as well.
Now this is the hard part. If you just dab the brush slightly off, because I've got lots of different chains and bits that I shouldn't paint in the black. If you just dab it slightly on that bit, you should be able to see where the line is, where you're meant to paint in a different colour. But you have to make sure you let it dry.
So right now I'm really just getting the base down. I'll give this another coat of Null Nile when it's dry, just to really darken that off. And then we'll highlight up from there. Good things about the contrast and the shades and washes, it gets into all those little nooks and crannies on the model, and it does half of your job for you. One thing I taught Caitlin early on is when you're doing a wash, you paint with the model, so you work with the creases.
When you're dry brushing, you paint away from the model.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you would just go like that, and you wouldn't, like, if there was like a curve, you would go the opposite way. Do you mind if I get some other bit? Colour. Oh,
Yeah.
not that much, but like,
What you after?
I've just got some.
Oh, yeah, that's one. So, this is there we go, so that's the Null Nile. See, it's done half the job for me, so I'll give that another coat just to darken that off further, and then we'll highlight on, but that won't be done today. I need to give that a good while to get dry.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't use contrast paints. I want to do it in one go or two different goes.
So this is the argument for having multiples of these handles. I'm going to flip back to Tony Stark. What I'm going to do, you'll notice there's very little definition in here for the different armour plates, apart from the bits that I've done golds or silver. So what I'm going to do is just take some Null Nile and just run it down the cracks on some of these armour plates. And what that'll do, it'll just give me a bit more definition on the armour plates. I don't need too much of this. It doesn't have to be consistent across every armour plate.
Yeah. Guys, make sure that you put the model upside down just to get, if there's pants or the edge of a skirt, to get that one bit there which you could have not got if you didn't like see it properly.
Yeah, I am not an award-winning painter, but I like to think I can rustle up a reasonable tabletop standard paint job.
At the moment I've done all of the pants and all of the base coat of the hair.
One thing I really like about Iron, when he gets injured, he gets a uni beam attack, which can hit multiple enemies. And it's officially been FAQ'd that if you boost that with his Friday AI system, he gets extra dice on every single one of those. First time I managed to do that, I managed to get that in against 3 different enemies, which made a real dent. So he's pretty darn cool, as you would expect from a billionaire. Mega genius playboy.
Yeah.
I'm quite interested to see if they actually do any of the other Iron Man suits as well.
Yeah.
Hulk blaster. Oh, would be quite
Cool one.
cool, yeah. Obviously in Endgame he gets like the nanos.
Yeah. I think Black Widow is quite an easy character, because to be fair, you only need 4 colours and wash.
I suppose that comes down to the old comic books. They didn't have an awful lot of colours when they went to print, like they do in today's, so they had quite a limited amount of colours that they could use, so I imagine that probably impacted a lot of the early characters.
Yeah. I think I should probably stop getting black on the yellow base coat and hair.
It's easy done, isn't it?
Got like 4 million splotches so far. And I got black on the hand. And flesh. So right now I've finished on this base coat for like her suit. So yeah, I'm just going to rinse off the brush. Make sure that it's properly rinsed off.
Thanks. Don't do it because I enjoy the taste. I'll just use it to make the points better on the brush.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a point. Yeah, it's good.
So, I'm not sure whether you'd be able to necessarily tell on the camera. It's reasonably subtle. But if you, I've just gone around the edges of some of the armour plates on the front. Give them a bit more definition with the wash in the creases.
Yeah, so I'm just going to let this dry.
It's still on the back as well.
I'm going to do the flesh. Oh, that looks cool.
Okay. That's looking pretty good. Are you not doing the holster black? Are you going to do that brown?
What?
The holster for a gun?
I'm going to do the brown.
Okay.
Because then it stands out. That means I need another colour.
That's alright. That's alright.
Yeah. And I've gone over some of the chainy bits, but I'll build over in the yellow eventually. Like that. Gonna just use a thin brush just to do the face and the fists. I'm gonna shake the colour. And guys, make sure to stay tuned for a Christmas special at some point.
Probably Christmas.
Yeah.
What we've been doing,
Or time-lapsing.
we're doing some time-lapse videos, so we're going to put those all together.
So over here I've got one at the moment.
Just to sort of show you guys
Our progress.
some of a different viewpoint So things like putting edges on all the tokens,
Yeah.
which is not a very fun job, but it does make a noticeable difference to me
Yeah.
when I'm gaming. I just think it looks a bit neater.
And as well, if you end up losing your tokens, not everyone's going to have partly coloured edges, so it's a lot easier to find what colour yours is.
And yeah, I think he is as done as he's going to be. Try and get some proper shots of these guys. In fact, I will get a grey. For uniform grey for the flags on the bases.
And once Mum taught Tony how to paint, not quicker and not neater, but how to paint a bit to make it easier, is to always use the biggest brush you can.
Yeah, no. Back when I was a young'un, I was taught by a chap that exact same lesson. At the time I was trying to use the smallest brush that I could to get the most control and detail, but if you can use a bigger brush, always use the bigger brush.
Yeah.
Of course, the more modern paints, so the contrast, the washes, they really do help that mentality as well.
Sorry guys if I'm not talking that much. I'm just trying to concentrate and make it the best.
That's okay.
Right, I'm going to need a brown off you.
How brown? Dark brown?
Light brown.
Oh.
That one. There we go. Oh. One sec, guys.
So the cat's just decided to join us.
Yeah.
She's kind of our little mascot, really.
We'll do a video of her or a picture in the Christmas special so you can see her.
So I know that paths and roads will be different colours, but I'm just getting this grey base coat down on the whole base.
And a brick
Oh no.
ink chipped it. Oh well, just trying to.
Just to give me a blank canvas to work up and down from.
Yeah.
On the edge of the base, the answer is always it should be black.
Yeah.
I always find it frames the model better.
And I dropped the pen.
So there we go, just a quick grey blast on the base. M.O.D.O.K's definitely starting to take shape now.
I think Black Widow is taking shape. Isn't it?
So long got left, I think. So while I've got this grey paint, I don't think he's going to fit in there. So just going to get his colours down on his base as well. The only reason I've not done this guy with the contrast spray is because I use an airbrush silver. Game Air, which is it's a really high density. It goes on really well. So it's by Vallejo, but that's the silver. If ever I'm doing a silver, that I'll use. It goes. I mean, that's just one coat over black on silver, so you can see how strong a colour it is. I didn't really water that down at all. I think that's probably why the pigment's so good on it. Of course, all of this I've picked up from Element Games, which is where we spent I spent the last couple of days.
I spent party ball.
Yeah, you come join me, didn't you, for the last bit of yesterday?
Yeah.
Got quite a good community of gamers down there in the Northwest Gaming Centre, and the amount of people that are getting on board with this game is pretty cool. So there's plenty of Facebook groups and whatnot to start arranging those games.
Yeah.
As I say, I'm not the best painter in the world, but I do like to think I can broadly put paint where I want it to go.
Which you can.
And I'm sure the pro painting type people will be shaking their head at some of the bits that I do, but it works for me.
Yeah. All I can say is to do what you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel comfortable using contrast paint. Also, last time I used them, I felt like half the part.
And one of the great pieces of advice I was given is that when I was asking a really good painter how you get that good, and they literally said to just keep painting.
Just getting a big lump off the paint.
Yeah, one of my big faults, I can never get the right amount of paint out of these bottles. Always end up with too much or too little, and then as soon as I've got too little I need an extra little bit, put loads out.
Yeah, I normally put too much on. Like, yeah, I put way too much black. But oh well, we've got a lot of it. 2 seconds.
So I think that is just a great level layer on his base done. How are you getting on over there?
I'm just going to do the chains, and I'll need to do a watch.
Okay. So I guess we can you can carry on doing that. So I think that's it for today's video. We'll keep getting these little bursts in, doing bits in between, I'm sure. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll get another video up soon. See you soon.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.